As I started getting older, I thought I was doing everything right. I mean, my health game felt pretty solid, especially when it came to my heart. My morning oatmeal, that was my go-to, my little badge of honor for being healthy. But then I stumbled across some stuff that made me really stop and think, what if my best effort wasn't even close to being enough? And yeah, that's the question that honestly kind of freaked me out. Because here's the scary part, the thing nobody really talks about. While we're out here just living our lives, especially once you hit 50, our arteries can be quietly, silently narrowing. It's this hidden threat, like a traffic jam slowly building up on the most important highways in your body. And you know what happens with traffic jams? Eventually, everything grinds to a halt. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's totally night and day, right? On the left, you've got that clean, flexible artery. That's the dream. But on the right, well, that's the reality for a lot of us, as that gunk, that plaque starts to build up. It is a hidden battle, and it slows everything down. But here's the thing that gave me so much hope, and it's a big one. You can absolutely fight back. And believe it or not, the fight starts right in your breakfast bowl. Okay, so let's dive into this a little deeper. First things first, I had to figure out what the deal was with my daily bowl of oatmeal. And look, the good news is it's an absolutely fantastic foundation for heart health. But as I learned pretty quickly, it's just the starting line. It's not the whole story. Oh, for sure, it really is. See, oatmeal is loaded with these amazing little things called beta-glucans. They're a type of soluble fiber, and they're basically tiny little sponges for all the bad stuff you don't want hanging around. Now, what's so wild is how this actually works. These fibers, they create this gel in your gut that literally grabs onto bad cholesterol and, well, it marches it right out of your body before it can settle in and cause trouble. It's like having nature's own little security guard for your arteries. And the science on this is totally legit. We're talking heavy hitters like Harvard, showing that oatmeal really does work wonders. But here's the kicker, the big thing I discovered. To really start reversing years of that potential buildup, your oatmeal needs a crew. It needs a few powerhouse allies to turn it from a good breakfast into a real artery-clearing force. So, here's the key takeaway, the thing that changed everything for me. We can take that humble bowl of oatmeal and turn it into a legitimate, healing meal. So right now, I'm going to walk you through the 5 science-backed upgrades I now swear by every single day. All right, let's kick things off with a super easy one you probably already have in your spice rack right now. Cinnamon. It's so much more than just a tasty spice. It's actually a powerful regulator for your entire metabolic system. Every morning, without fail, I sprinkle about a teaspoon into my oatmeal. It adds this amazing warm flavor, but way more importantly, it helps fight that low-grade inflammation that can make our arteries stiff and unhealthy over time. It's such a simple move for some very real science-backed protection. Okay, next up is one of my absolute favorites. These little seeds, they're an absolute goldmine of compounds that your heart is gonna love. We're talking about ground flax seeds. You see, flax seeds are just overflowing with specific omega-3s and these compounds called lignans that actively get to work helping to dissolve that plaque buildup and really drive down that nasty LDL cholesterol. And you don't need much, just 1 tablespoon can make a world of difference. And this just shows you how powerful they are. One study found that people who had about 30 grams of ground flax a day saw their bad cholesterol drop by a whopping 15% in just 3 months. I mean, that's just incredible. All right, let's move on to our next ingredient and see how it builds on this artery-clearing foundation we're creating. Next up are chia seeds, and these guys are all about keeping our blood vessels flexible, limber, and healthy. So, chia seeds are rich in an amino acid called arginine, which your body uses to produce something called nitric oxide. Now, you can think of nitric oxide as a youth elixir for your blood vessels. It basically tells them to relax, stay flexible, and just let that blood flow smoothly. And that, of course, takes a massive strain off your heart. Now, this next one, this was a real eye-opener for me. It turns out that behind almost every single blocked artery, there's this silent fire just raging inside our bodies, called inflammation. And our next ingredient, it's the perfect firefighter. Turmeric's secret weapon is a compound called curcumin, and it is a world-class inflammation fighter. It helps to soothe and heal the very delicate inner lining of your arteries. Just a pinch, and here's a pro tip, don't forget a little dash of black pepper to help your body actually absorb it, and you've just turned your breakfast into a true healing machine. Okay, so we've covered 4 really amazing upgrades, but this 5th and final one, man, it really ties it all together. because it doesn't just protect your heart, it protects your command center too. And the big reveal is walnuts. I'm not kidding. These things are a secret weapon for both your arteries and your mind. They are the final, crucial, crunchy topping on my oatmeal every single morning. Walnuts are like a triple threat. They've got plant-based omega-3s, they have that artery-relaxing arginine we just talked about, and they have these awesome antioxidants called polyphenols. They all work together as a team to fight stress in your arteries and nourish your brain, which means better focus and steadier energy all day long. And get this, the American Heart Association found that just a simple handful of walnuts a day could improve artery flexibility by up to 24%. I mean, stop and think about that. That's almost a 1/4 improvement in how well your blood vessels can do their job. It's an absolute no-brainer. So, after digging through all this research and trying things out, I put it all together into a dead simple morning habit that seriously anyone can start doing tomorrow. And this is it. It tastes less than a minute, I promise. You just start with your regular oatmeal, mix in the spices while it's still hot, then stir in your ground flax and chia seeds, and top it all off with that satisfying crunch of walnuts. Boom. Done. And that really is the bottom line here. This isn't just about eating a meal anymore. This simple little ritual is an active investment in your future health. With every single spoonful, you are literally building a stronger circulatory system, clearer arteries, and a more resilient brain. Honestly, making this one small change to my morning has been a total game changer. Not just for my energy levels, but for my peace of mind. It's simple, it's delicious, and it is backed by some really solid science. So how about it? Are you ready to give your heart the breakfast it's been waiting for?